Hello, this is Pat Berry coming from the corporate offices in beautiful Utah. I'm the Vice President of International, and I'm here with Ellie Goldstein.
Hi, and I'm the Vice President of Product Development.
So one of the things that, you and I both know why Somaderm is so amazing and why it's changing the world. But really, some of the new users on this video that are watching it for the first time, they don't really know what the magic of Somaderm is. So could you just tell us, why is Somaderm so amazing?
So Somaderm is such a special product. It's really close to my heart. I've known about it for a very long time. What makes it special is that it's a three-piece hormone support program. So first you have the somatropin, which is microdosed. Then you have the glandulars, the thyroid and adrenal, which are homeopathic. And then you have all the supporting botanicals in it with this amazing transdermal delivery system that's just incredible.
Well, Ellie, you know and I know why it works so amazing, and it's so great to be able to share that with others. This video is actually for our team in Taiwan. And a lot of our new Taiwan leaders, they send in some questions for us. So actually, Miss Cherry, one of our diamonds in Taiwan, asked us, she wants to know, how long has Somaderm been available in the United States?
So Somaderm has been available for about 20 years. And now with all the distribution that we have worldwide in Hong Kong, cross-border China, and Taiwan, we've sold over 3 million bottles. It's just incredible, Pat.
We have a question that came in actually from Mr. Jonathan. He's one of our diamonds in Taiwan. Hi, Mr. Jonathan. Glad you're watching this video. He actually knows that the HGH will actually stimulate the pituitary glands, but his question is there a danger of overstimulating them?
So I thank you, Jonathan, for that question, first of all. And, the nice thing about Somaderm with the microdosing to it, it doesn't overstimulate. What it does is it helps turn on that natural production of the pituitary stimulating human growth hormone in the body. So when the big difference in it is the fact that we're not overdosing a large exogenous or outside source into the body that may cause those adverse reactions. We're helping the body do it itself.
So it's kind of like a precursor that actually triggers your body to do what it's meant to be to automatically.
It's almost like flipping on that light switch that your body has.
Awesome. Well, I know we had another question. As I travel around the globe, people notice sometimes there's differences in the color of the product. And we've always shared with them that it's tested, the benefits are the same. But can you explain to everyone why sometimes there's a little bit of a different smell, or sometimes there's a little bit of a different color on the actual Somaderm product?
Absolutely. I was talking with Alexi just about this subject the other day. So there's a couple things. When you look at nature and you look at the botanicals within the product, if you go to pick a flower at one time of the year and then go to pick the same flower at another time of the year, you're going to find there's differences in the color of that flower. Well, the botanicals aren't always picked at the same time in different seasons, so some are going to be lighter and some are going to be darker. And also, temperature varies color as well. So some people that see that the temperature's a little colder may get a darker consistency, or some people that are in warmer weather might see a lighter consistency. It's just the way that nature has this within a natural solution.
So, one of the things too, we always gel all the time,
yeah,
right?
We do.
And actually, could you demonstrate and show us a little bit how that changes?
So I really like to apply the gel here. This is a real thin part of the skin right here, and it's vascular right in this area here. So I usually take a couple pumps just like this. We can see it right there. I take it and I just rub it together, and I'll rub this in. And what you'll see is within about a minute, this will clear up nice and dry. And that's it.
Awesome. Well, one of the things that the people watching this, I'm a big coffee guy, as everybody knows. And in Taiwan, they drink a lot of tea.
Yes.
And I've had probably 1,000 glasses of tea in Taiwan, and I don't think any of the teas ever look the same. So I think it's very similar. Even if you have the same pot and you pour 2 glasses of tea, there's going to be a difference in the color from one tea to another.
Yeah, and if that tea's hot or cold, there's going to be a variance in the color with that as well.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, I've got some more questions here. Let me look here. We've got some questions that have come in. Actually, Miss Cherry had another question in regards to the size of the packages that we make available. Her question was that basically we have an 8 bottle, we have a 4 bottle. Why don't we have a 10 or a 6 bottle?
Well, we found out through years of doing this now that 8 seems to be the right amount that most people want. They don't want 10, or they don't want 12, or they don't want 20. 8 seems to be just the perfect amount. And plus, for shipping reasons and weight, we want to make sure things are affordable for people as well. So 8 is a really good number.
The other thing that I found too is we create the packages around the globe to fit within the regulatory and also the sizes that we have found the distributors want. Yeah. And so, we actually have created the package size to make it convenient. Depending on, whether you have a family, you're married, we have a package that really fits your needs.
Yeah, that's special. We always take these things into consideration when doing these, and we do our research and homework before instituting these things on whether we want to make smaller or larger packages.
So Ellie, I'm not a doctor, and I don't even play one on TV, and I know you're not a doctor. But one of the questions we had from Jonathan was, if you have diabetes or certain types of health conditions, can you safely take the product?
So this is going to be my standard answer across the board for somebody that's under medical supervision. Always consult your physician before using something like Somaderm. It's very important, and we take this seriously as a company. We want your health to work at optimal levels. And so it is very important that you work with your medical advisor, your physician, your doctor, before you start using Somaderm when under their supervision.
Awesome. Another thing that's really important in Asia is product quality. And one of the questions that we get a lot is, what type of liability insurance or what type of guarantee do we offer on our products?
So we have a wonderful legal team that just has made it a real imperative thing that New U Life carry the maximum amount of liability insurance when it comes to insuring a product like Somaderm. Because it is so special as well, Pat, we need to make sure that we're insuring it for the highest amount that we could possibly insure it.
So Ellie, I know that we take the maximum amount of coverage to ensure the quality of the product, and I know we do a lot in the States and around the globe to make sure that the quality of what is in the bottle is always there. But if anyone had a product issue or anything like that, what do you recommend that they do?
So if anybody was having adverse effects to Somaderm, number 1, stop. Number 2, call customer service. Because we need to be notified about these problems. It's very, very important that we're notified how people are reacting to this product. And then 3, if you need to, please seek medical help wherever you need to when having these adverse reactions, Pat.
Perfect. And Jonathan also wanted to know, so do we guarantee anything in regards to the product?
Yeah, the main thing is that if you're having any problem with Somaderm, please call customer service and let them know, and they'll take care of you the best way they can.
Awesome. That's so good to know, because people, I've been in Asia and I know that quality is so big. People will travel across to another country to buy a better quality product. And so what I'm so impressed with is the extent that the company goes to not only ensure that the product we sell here versus the one in Taiwan, everyone's going to get that same quality and the same experience.
Yeah, and it's real important to Alexi that the quality, purity, potency, and experience that you have with New U Life, any of New U Life's product, is going to be the same exact thing across the board.
Awesome. Well, let's see what our next question is. So Miss Lolly actually has a question for us. She's a diamond as well. She wants to know, is there any differences that the temperature would cause in regards to the quality and the effect they're going to get from the product. So should they refrigerate it? Should they warm it up? Does temperature affect the way the product works on your body?
So the thing that I responded to in this manner is that there's a cold point and there's a hot point for the product. The cold point is 36 degrees. The hot point, or what they call a flash point, is 98 degrees. Now it can, and this is in Fahrenheit, it can sustain lower and higher temperatures for shorter amounts of times. And what I mean by that is usually within a couple of days.
Right.
So
for maximum storage, you don't recommend putting it in the fridge, but just a cool, dry place, right?
yes, that would be the optimal place to store it.
Perfect. So you mentioned that storing it in a dry, cool place is the best. What do you recommend for maximum life span?
So, after opening, usually 1 year is its best. If it's not open, you get a 2-year shelf life of this, and it stays to 100% potency up to 2 years.
That brings up a good point. I don't have this question on here, but I hear it all the time. Sometimes the bottle's marked on the label, it'll say 2 years, or sometimes it'll say 5 years. So I've heard, some people say, I've heard it's good for 7 years. I heard it's good for 5 years. And also, why do we actually put it on the label and sometimes we don't?
Yeah, well, on the bottom here, you're going to see that there's lot numbers and there's batch numbers here. And now with the newer bottles, you're going to see expiration dates. So what that does is it tells us what batch went where, and it enables us to track the product. Just in case something happens within shipping, the bottles get cracked and everything, the customer service is going to ask for that lot number. And we need to take that back to the manufacturer and say, okay, with this lot number, we may have had a defective bottle or something to that extent. But really, previous bottles were manufacturing dates on here, and there's codes on there that let us know when this product was manufactured. Going forward, you'll see expiration dates that explains when this product expires.
And the reason that there's expiration dates in some areas is because as we move around the globe, the requirements for the labeling are different.
Yes.
And so that's why, we've got the 2 year now, because that covers us in all the countries. But like we said before, I believe the life expectancy is actually longer.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But, so as we do stability testing through this, we're doing longer tests. And when we come up with these tests, we'll be able to extend the shelf life of it a little bit as well.
Awesome. So you can be confident that you get a minimum of 2 years, probably a lot longer. And like you said earlier, if the product's not working the way you expect it to, let our customer service know, and we're going to make sure you have the best quality product to put on your body.
Yeah, and that's going to be every day. We want to make sure that your product experience with Somaderm is only good.
So Ellie, we've got another question that's come in, and I know this one has come in a few times. I've heard it a few times myself. Is we mentioned that we use a lot of raw natural ingredients, and so a lot of people want to know, where do those ingredients come from, and are they natural, are they synthetic, are they a combination?
I will say this. The botanicals that we have in there are natural. They're indigenous to different parts of the world. So we source these products from all over the world, but we make sure that the efficacy in each one of these individual ingredients are exactly the way they need to be to fit what we do for Somaderm. In the delivery system, there are some PEGs in there that are synthetic, because you need these blends to help pull through the dermis of the skin and into the bloodstream. We found out that it's very invasive, and we get a very low allergic rate. People don't tend to react to this product, very few people. And if they did react to this product, they would react to any cosmetic they would ever use in their entire lifetime. So
exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, I've even heard of people being allergic to water, you know, so I mean, everything in the environment can affect someone. So, and that actually brings up a good question. If someone were to use the product and have what they would refer to as a reaction of some sort that was not positive, what do you recommend they do?
I would recommend, number one, you stop right away, okay? Now, I would have to say, from what I see in the field, there is a very, very, very low reaction rate to Somaderm. I mean, over 3 million bottles sold, and I can count just a very few people that have returned this product to us. So it's astonishing the way Alexi put this together. I think he thought of everything when putting this together, and he's just done a masterful job at doing it.
And I know we ship the product around the world, and as you mentioned, we source the botanicals from the strongest and most potent and the best places around the globe. But I do believe that all the product we currently ship around the world is made in the USA.
Yes, it is.
And bottled in the USA.
It's made in the USA. It's bottled in the USA at what they call a GMP facility, which is a guideline that the FDA puts forward. So you're going to see GMP. It stands for Good Manufacturing Practices. It's a equivalent or very close equivalent to what pharmaceutical manufacturers use.
So Ellie, I know how you used it a while ago. A lot of people ask, is there an optimal way to use it? You know, before the bath, in the morning, on a full moon, with the sun, without the sun. When's the best time to use the product?
So the way I used it was kind of a crude demonstration way of putting it on. But the way I recommend it is usually after a shower or a bath, because your skin is number one clean, and after a bath, because of the heat, your pores are dilated, so they're open, and best use of application is during then. Or you can take something, an alcohol wipe, to clean your skin a little bit, and then apply it, and I think you'll see the maximum benefit from using it at those times, Pat.
So we also have some questions in regards to application. Some people are saying, you know, how is it supposed to feel? Should it feel sticky? Are there any sorts of things they should look for to ensure they're getting the maximum benefit of the product?
So I find Somaderm to be close to aloe vera, and it's a way, that's the best way I have to describe it. It's not sticky. As you can see, I applied it on earlier, and it's gone. It's smooth, it's silky. That's probably the way I would, and it absorbs readily on your skin. So it gets into your system very quickly.
So also, you know, as we were talking about the bottom of the bottle earlier, you mentioned that there's some codes there. Could you explain what those codes are and what they mean?
Those codes on the bottom are one batch records. Somaderm is made in batches, and we designate a number to each one of those batches. The second one is either going to be an expiration or a manufacturing code that tells us when the product was made or when the product expires. So there are lot numbers that actually designate each bottle to a certain lot of when it was made.
And now I'm going to follow up with that one, because I've heard all these interpretations and code deciphers that have come out in the industry. People are like, this means this means that. I don't know what they mean. I think you're probably one of the only ones that know what they mean. Should people spend time trying to decipher that code, or just trust us?
Number one, please trust us. If you do have a question about that, send an email to me. I'll answer your question every time you need to on that, and make sure that you have the proper information regarding each batch and code number.
So Ellie, first of all, I'm so excited to be here with you today, and honestly, I'm very envious that I'm not able to be in Taiwan, and I know you would love to be in Taiwan with me. You guys are doing an amazing thing. Your growth and your support, we want to just put our hearts out to you. But I know we had a few more questions that we want to cover. First of all, one of the questions is, what do you recommend, or what is the recommended usage of the product?
So there's two recommended dosages. For normal dosing, I would take 2 pumps, and I would use it in the morning, and 2 pumps in the evening. For intensive dosing, and those are real active people, some people that are expending, large amounts of energy, I would recommend doing 4 pumps in the morning and 4 pumps in the evening. Now, I wouldn't recommend this product for anybody under the age of 18, Pat. Okay. And I would make sure that if you are nursing or pregnant, please do not use this product. And if you're under medical supervision, please consult your doctor before using Somaderm.
You know, and I was joking earlier about not being a doctor or not playing a doctor on TV. Neither one of us are doctors. And guess what? You guys are not doctors either. So we recommend that you don't try to treat, cure, use the product. And look, this is a natural product. It has amazing benefits. I don't know of anyone over 18 that couldn't benefit from the product, but it's not our job to try to diagnose or cure or do anything like that. So do you have any words for them in regards to how they recommend the products to others and not making those sort of medical claims?
Yeah, and I'm going to reiterate this over and over again. If anybody is under medical supervision, under the age of 18, on medications at all, please consult your physician prior to using Somaderm. We're here to help. We want to share what this product has done for millions of people worldwide. And we're excited to bring it to Hong Kong, China, and Taiwan. And we appreciate you so much.
So in closing, Ellie, I want to once again say, shout out to the amazing Taiwan team.
Yeah, incredible.
And
Thank
you guys
for working so hard.
Yes, and we again wish we were there to support you. We will both be there as soon as we're allowed to travel. I know that I have permission to travel the day I can go. I'll be on the first flight to Taiwan.
And I'll be with
you.
you.
And Ellie will be with me. And we just want some dim tai fung and a few and beef noodle soup. And as long as you guys can do that, we're good to go.
Yeah, and I think really, in the words of Alexi, you know, he always states New U Life as being a family. Thank you for being part of this family. Thank you for being part of this journey. If there's anything that we can do for you, please let us know. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Ellie.
Thank you, Ben.